So after the team, let's see. I talked about the podcast and some of the things that I wanted to talk about because this is like don't whistle at night. I was about 3 years old and I was at my uncle's house and we were on the Red Lake Reservation. That's where my mother's from. And I wandered away. And my sister got in trouble because I disappeared on them. And so she got yelled at by my mom, go find her. So she went to the lake and she saw me just standing there and just came running up to me. And I always heard this story from my mother, but what happened was that there was a man that was standing there, or so she thought it was a man. But as she got closer, my sister got closer to grab me, she realized that this wasn't like a human person. It was an actual gray that was standing there looking at me, smiling at me, and I was smiling at this gray. And so she grabbed me and it took off running. And she said it looked like he was like not, his feet weren't touching the ground. And he just like took off and headed, and we took off in the other direction. And I do remember like it was almost like somebody called me because I remember looking at the little the pig had just had babies and I was like standing there and I wasn't tall enough to get on top of the fence, but I was looking through a slat and it was like somebody called me. And I remember looking off in that direction and then I just walked that way. And I remember standing there and I remember my sister calling me and looking, to my left, and she hadn't shown up yet, but I could hear her. And that's all I can remember. Everything
Hmm.
else is just kind of like digitally erased, I guess, from memory.
So when you talk about grays, like what we said, we talked about last night. These were the tall grays, yeah. The,
Yes, he was very
uh,
tall.
it's kind of hard to imagine. Though you said it was smiling, so that's even just an even scary, like freakier thought to see. Because I don't really hear too many of these grays smiling.